an excerpt from the opening warning. Healing is a process, one that takes time and is different for everyone. I hope one day you find someone who loves you for everything you are, your scars, your traumas, your flaws, your strengths, and can reach beneath your armor to touch your heart. And I hope when the time comes, you've healed enough to be able to say, I love you.
Hello, my name is Sage, and I wanted to take a second to talk about something that's kind of important to me. Um, this book that I have this like little art project in, is called Blush, and my best friend wrote it, and I think that it's important to try and get out there. So a little bit about the art project is the book is about uh what it's like healing from significant trauma, um, from the perspective of somebody who is healing from significant trauma. And so when I started this, I wanted it to look a specific way. I wanted it to look in the way that feminists and activists are trying to get people to understand that the way that society treats women is not good. So I started out with one bloody handprint, and what I used for that was fake blood. And then I started to list the statistics of domestic violence and sexual assault and rape and stalking and harassment on the side of that. And then I I wrote how we deserve to live happy lives. And then I am Ren at the bottom. And I Am Ren is significant to this book because this book is meant to make survivors feel like they have a voice, like they're being heard. It's meant to be related to. So, um, if you've read the book or if you're thinking about reading the book, or even if this video makes you read the book and you relate to Ren, the main character, and you post about it, use hashtag I am Ren. So at that point, I was kind of done. I was like, okay, what else can I do? But then when I started the video, I was like, it feels like there's not enough because I'm also using the copy that I'm putting this on as like a like one of those textbooks where you like circle things and underline things and stuff like that. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a big art project that I'm going to when I feel a little bit low. And so within the content section, there's this big open space. And so I put a very crappily drawn, might I add, Medusa. Because, as you probably know, Medusa is the face of survivors. So I put Medusa, we were talking about that earlier, uh, and how she's just super misunderstood and people don't want to actually tell her real story. So, I put Medusa in there, and that felt incredible. That felt really good. Even though the drawing wasn't that good, it felt good to put her in there because it felt like it fit, given the context. And then on the other side, uh, where it just before it gets to the beginning was also very bare. Like there was nothing. So I thought, I have one handprint, so why not put the other handprint? So I put more statistics, little factoids about violence against women and my other bloody handprint. And then I took a uh, toothbrush that I use for the fake blood, and I just kind of all over the page to make it look like a blood splatter. So I'm very happy with it. I don't really care what anybody has to say. I'm very happy with it. But I kind of wanted to get into the book as well. So Blush is about the main character, Ren, who is in recovery from very, very extreme trauma. And it has caused her to develop BPD and PTSD, CPTSD, I believe, and just general attachment issues and anxiety issues and stuff like that. And her whole kind of thing is not getting too attached to somebody because she's terrified that they are going to inevitably leave her. So she digs herself into her work, which is coincidentally writing. So pretty much this is a uh kind of like an autobiography, but like set to as if it was the reader, I think is the correct. It's kind of like an autobiography, but not. So she digs herself into her work, and then she asks one of her best friends if they would go on a trip to her, like around the world with her. And while she's there, she does some exposure therapy. She relives some of the worst moments of her life that are in the book in the book. Um, and she along the way starts to heal and at some point is like, I think I kind of feel things for my best friend. And then um she she gets a big ol' happy ending. Is the only way that I can say it without spoiling too much. It is a really good book, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it because I don't want to ruin the story. But I have finished it. I finished it once. I have bought 3 copies. I own 2 of them. Um, one is a paperback for the art project, and one is a hardback for just personal, just personal reading and also for decor. Uh, and did I mention that this book was written by my best friend also? She is amazing and she is the strongest person that I know. Oh God, I'm trying not to cry. She is the strongest person that I know, and she is the survivor. Like she is the best final girl. She's my role model. She's everything that I hope to be one day. Like I hope to have my shit together that much. So this video and this art project and this shout out and this promotion all into one goes out to her. And I will link where you can get her book. It's on Amazon and I think pretty much every other um place that you can read books. I don't know. It's available internationally and it's a really good book. You should read it. And for every other survivor out there who feels like they're not doing enough to heal or feels like they are stuck or stagnant, you will have your moment where you will move forward. You will have your moment where everything just falls into place. I promise. I promise you will have that moment. You just have to keep fighting.